Hello, Gail Boyd, and hello, world, because this is live and it's going all around the world. My name is Janice Harrington. I am I was born in Cleveland, Ohio, and I'm from Los Angeles, California, as of when I was 8 years old. Since that time, 1980, I have lived in Europe. And this is just so exciting. I'm kind of like wondering what I'm going to talk about. Gail gave me a list of questions, and the first one was, who is the first musician I remember hearing? Well, my mother told me that when I was about 3 years old, she took me to a concert of Count Basie. And I was so excited. I jumped out of the seat and I went running down the aisle saying, Count Basie, Mama, Count Basie. And of course, it brought down the house. He actually came and picked me up. Now, I don't remember that, but I do remember listening to his records. And I love Count Basie, and I'm so happy that one of my best friends is now the vocalist with that band. Carmen, hi. So, the next question, the album I bought with my own money was This Bitter Earth by Dinah Washington. Dinah Washington is my idol. I love Dinah Washington. I have several projects that I have done in her name and made a CD with Nigelhire Records in Hamburg. And this is really interesting how that CD came to pass, because I was living from 1980 to 1986 in Scandinavia. I was based in Norway, and I was on the Stockholm Jazz Festival at least 5 times. Bosse Stenhammar was the promoter for this festival. And I have to say, praise his name, because he did a lot for jazz and brought over all the greats. I saw some wonderful people there, met some wonderful people there. And then I had the idea, would you be willing to bring over the original Dinah Washington trio? And he said, yes. So I got on the phone and called Keter Betts. What a lovely man he was. And Keter said, sure, I'll put a band together for you. And he called Jimmy Cobb and he called Lloyd Myers. And they came over. So the funny part of this story was I promised him 15 dates. 2 days before we were supposed to make the tour, Boose had told me that 8 of the dates had canceled. And I was petrified. But then when Keter got off the plane, I told him, I said, but I tell you what, if you come in the studio with me and make a recording, then I'll pay the full fee for this tour. And that's what happened. Now, I was not as prepared as I would have loved to have been, because I had never, ever hit a note with this group before, and I knew I was in way over my head. But they were so kind to me and so sweet, and the CD was realized. It is available on all platforms, called Dinah Washington, Yesterday, Today, Tomorrow, Nigelhire Records. Then there was another project with Dinah Washington with, I actually have forgotten the name of the label, but Remembering Dinah Washington is also available on all platforms. And we had Nat Adderley on that and Billy Mitchell. I mean, I was in great company. I didn't realize how great the company was until it was all over. We had a great time. So I plan to release a new CD in about 4 weeks of original songs. It's a blues-based CD. 7 tracks are blues, and 2 are evergreens. And then the other 7 are like singer-songwriter. But I'm a child of the 50s, 60s, 70s. So my writing is a reflection of, soul, funk, a little bit of rap, but it's blues based. I am a blues singer, basically. I can sing jazz, but I'm a blues singer, okay? And I hope that You're going to like what I'm doing because it has taken me 37 years to realize this project because I had a deal in Scandinavia with CBS Records. And I say that the LP sold 2 copies, one in Sweden and one in Norway. Well, now I'm going to release my songs because I love them. And I hope you will like them too, and that you'll tell all your friends about it. And later in the year, maybe in the fall, I'll do a remix of my Dinah Washington project. Okay, so some advice from an older musician. It's a funny story. I have a friend that said, "You are so nervy. You can kick a hole in the wind." Well, I said, why not? Why not try? I don't know if I can kick a hole in the wind, but I will go for it. And I decided one day when I was living in Los Angeles to go down to ABC Booking on Wilshire Boulevard. At that time, Tony Pappas was in charge of the agency. I didn't know anybody there. I just knocked on the door. I said, I'm a singer and I would like for someone to represent me. Had a nice discussion with Kay, who was the secretary, and we struck up a nice conversation and she invited me for a cup of tea. So one thing led to another. And she said, okay, Lionel Hampton is in town at the Coconut Grove. Would you like to hear the concert? I said, I would love to hear the concert, but better yet, I like to sing with him. Well, she invited me to the concert. And when I was sitting at the table, Lionel said, we have a special guest in the audience. I went, huh? And invited me on the stage. And I sung Kansas City. And I did it. And from that point, I got a gig with Lionel Hampton for the Coconut Grove, for the Meharry Medical Clinic. And I think it's in Tennessee. It was one of their jubilees. And Bobby Bryant wrote some really lovely arrangements for me. And that was my entrance to singing big band music. And I love it. I am so nervous. I'm just like, okay. So the next thing is, so the advice from Lionel on that gig from the Meharry Jubilee, I started to tell a joke after the song because, I'm a performer and I just went for it. And he got off those drums and he ran up to the bench, to the microphone. He said, yeah, Gates, what happened? Just threw my timing completely off. And I was like so angry, but it was his gig. When the gig was over, he said, you know what? He said, you need to get your own show. He said, 2 Aries on the stage ain't gonna work. And that's what I proceeded to do, put my own show together. And we always ran into each other, but I never worked with him again, unfortunately. So how am I coping with the pandemic? Luckily, I have a wonderful husband. We're married 33 years, and he is just a joy to be with. He's my best friend first, and then he's my man. He happens to be a piano builder and a piano tuner, and he plays trombone. And now his wife also plays trombone. At least I'm learning. I could blow some notes. I'm not ready for the stage yet, but I love the trombone and I love sharing it with him. I'm also, as I said, producing this CD. And because nobody that I knew wanted to touch my CD, I think it's because my cover. When the CD comes out, I like to have your impression on my cover. But you know what? I'm going to go for it. It's what I want to do. And since nobody else wanted to do it, I'll do it myself. So I formed a company, a little company, Oogie is called. And I could form it for €1. But of course, there's a lot of other costs behind that €1. And this company is for my label and for my music publishing. Because on this CD, there are 14 original songs. 4 of the songs are with another publisher because they were published before, but then the other 3 are, no, The other, I can't count. The other seven are mine. Yeah. Now, the next point here is the advice I have for younger musicians is never give up. If it's your dream, go for it. And of course, try to get all the education you can. That is something that didn't really quite work out for me, the education, because I had my children very young. I'm happy I had them. I'm happy I have my five children. I have uh, 23 grandchildren and 11 great grandchildren. Oh, great grandchildren. Yeah. And follow your dream, believe in it. So, uh, yeah, I'm just happy to be alive. I just turned 80 years old, and hey, I'm feeling good. Yeah, down in my soul. And I don't get out of the bed in the morning until I give thanks to the Lord. And I thank Him for my many blessings. I thank Him for my family. I thank Him for my life. And I go through the whole day saying, thank you, Jesus. Okay. And I'm not afraid to say, I love the Lord. And that's why I'm still here. And I'm willing to share my gifts if I can and to help anybody that needs a helping hand. We just did a benefit concert for Ukraine the 27th of March because I didn't want to celebrate my birthday on the 26th because I'm not in the mood. With this war going on, it's just horrible. And with the pandemic. So I just had family and a few friends and we had dinner. And then I thought, why not make a benefit concert with some of my close friends that are around here? And we did it. We had at least 7 different acts, and we raised about €1,300, which was not bad, considering that we only had about 100 people in there. We thought we would have more, but better than nothing. Okay. I could talk all night long, and all of a sudden, I'm in a panic. Like, what am I going to talk about? I want to have a shout out to Max Marek, because without you, Max, I wouldn't even know Gail Boyd because I've been following you on Facebook. And also to Bob Davis, Soul Patrol. Thank you so much for your support. You guys have been wonderful to me. I've been in Europe since 1980 and really have no clue as to what's going on stateside. But I have had a lovely career here, uh, doing it all by myself, flying by the seat of my pants. But I've met some wonderful people, sung for Bishop Tutu when he got the Nobel Peace Prize. And I decided that I was going to sing I Just Called to Say I Love You. And it was like everybody started to laugh. And I was wondering, what are they laughing for? That's the way I'm feeling. But then I sung God Bless the Child, and that was okay. And I thank my Norwegian friends for all the love that you've shown me. And I really enjoyed my time there and loving my life in Germany. So, Gail, what else can I talk about? I'm just so happy that you have decided to invite me. Them that's got shall get, them that's not shall lose. So the Bible says, and it still is news. Your mama may have, your papa may have, but God bless the child that has his own. At 80 years old, that is my way out. I'll just start singing and dancing, and then I get all relaxed again. Okay. And I'm looking forward to seeing you, Gail. I hear you coming over in a few days. Now, I'm coming to Bremen to meet you, sweetie. And thank you to all my fans out there, my friends, and most of all, my family. God bless you all. Woo! You mean to tell me I still got 15 more minutes to talk? Okay, so I wish someone would ask me some questions. That would be great.
What took
And
you
then,
to what
I'm sorry? I didn't hear you. I am just